is to have a cooperative arrangement with all the major countries in order to defeat our common enemies, as was said by the US National Security Advisor. And Pakistan will continue doing that because we are doing it first and foremost in our own national interest. And we strongly believe that terrorism is a global phenomenon as well as national and local. But unless we have cooperative engagement at all levels, we can perhaps not effectively address this issue. So our whole perspective is based on facts, on ground realities, and Pakistan will continue doing its bit in the context of this.
So let me take advantage of your presence here.
Yes, sir.
There's another aspect, and of course it's related. You mentioned that Pakistan is trying to help out Afghanistan, and one of the factors which we have just taken into account is the Afghanistan-Pakistan transit trade. But some sections of the media and some politicians too are miscuing it that probably we have given some concessions to India. I would like to take this opportunity for you to address.
No, I think the new arrangement which our two countries have agreed on is in our mutual interest. You would know that the transit trade agreement which was concluded back in 1965 did require amendments, did require revision so that it is commensurate with our present day requirements. And I think Pakistan, our negotiating team has done very well in order to protect our key interests. And the basic issue in the whole negotiating process was that Afghanistan be allowed to use our land route for its export to Afghanistan, and India is allowed to have its exports to Afghanistan. So I think it is very clear now that the new provisions, while they would allow Afghanistan to export its commodities, its goods to India through Wagah, but there is no Indian export allowed through Wagah to Afghanistan, because we believe that the trade matters between Pakistan and India are bilateral matters and will have to be decided bilaterally. So this particular area is not is for Pakistan and Afghanistan to discuss.
Obviously.
As regards other matters, we have ensured that this new arrangement does reflect new ground realities. For example, containerized traffic would be allowed.
Fresh ports have been
added. So overall, I would say this is in our mutual interest. And if you see, Afghanistan is emerging as one of the largest trading partners of Pakistan. At present, we have...
So as a final concluding comment from your side, the American authorities, including Hillary Clinton, who was on a recent visit here, publicly they have been praising Pakistan. Mm-hmm. But privately, some murmurs of dissent, especially words like the mantra of do more, has been heard. What is the way forward? How do we reduce this, if there is such a thing as trust deficit?
You know, I mean, I do not blame. There are genuine people in Pakistan who are concerned about Pakistan-US relations. And you would appreciate that there is a long history with ups and downs in our relations. And there are still issues on which we do not see eye to eye. We do have problems. For example, there are differences as to how to accommodate Pakistan's nuclear program, for that matter. So there are areas where we do have differences, but at the end of the day, I think it is important to highlight that in the last 2 years, particularly since Mr. Obama has taken over, there is a qualitative change in the US policy vis-a-vis Pakistan. They have evolved a new paradigm for our relations, which is now anchored in mutual respect, mutual trust, and mutual interest. So this is the framework on which we are trying to build our relations. And just recently, about a week or so ago, the second round of the US-Pakistan strategic dialogue was capped. and there were 13 sectoral meetings in different areas. Now the qualitative difference is that previously in the past our relationship used to be unifocal security, non-proliferation issues, but now it has expanded. It's a broad-based relations covering energy sector, covering agriculture, science and technology, market access, finance and trade, and so on and so forth. So this is a broad-based relationship, and I think by engaging with each other, we are gradually understanding each other, understanding each other's viewpoint. So I personally
and accommodating
each other, and I do see a good future for Pakistan-US relations in the months and years ahead.
Inshallah. So viewers, with that we come to the end of the first segment of our program. Mr. Abdul Basit, the spokesperson for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, was very kind to share his views with us, and he has categorically said that the WikiLeaks have done no damage whatsoever because they are based upon unauthenticated and unsubstantiated reports. He is also hopeful for the future relations between USA and Pakistan because there are areas in which we do not see eye to eye, but we are working upon them, and he said that the government of Pakistan is hopeful for a better future because the people of Afghanistan, Pakistan and the USA are desirous of peace in the region. I would like to thank you, Mr. Abdul Basit. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Very kind of you.
Welcome back, viewers, to the second segment of our program Defense and Diplomacy, in which we are discussing the WikiLeaks and whether they are going to have an impact on the Pak-US relations. And to discuss this further, we have two independent analysts. We are joined by Lt.Gen Asad Durrani, who is the former Director General of ISI, as well as he has served as ambassador in two major capitals of the world. Welcome, sir. We have Dr. Tanvir Ahmed Khan, who is the head of the Institute of Strategic Studies and is also a seasoned diplomat. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
So what do you think about the WikiLeaks? Was it a leak or a deliberate spillage, sir?
If we look at the number that has been released, over 92,000 and possibly more, because some more have to be, I suppose, processed. Also the type of information that is contained. Hardly anything which can be called actually a secret. Usually well known. It has an impact, but all the same we'll come to that. It gives me, when I put that thing all together with the type of message that they are giving, and the message to me is, the war in Afghanistan has gone off very badly for us. People responsible for this were Pakistan, the ISI, Ahmed Karzai, the incompetent government. The war crimes, it may not have used this word, but the way we have operated there. And if that be so, the time has come to either change the policy or withdraw. And when I look at the period that it is covering, I can draw at least an interim conclusion that it was leaked by some people there with the view of influencing or confirming certain perceptions that since it has gone so bad, the time has come for us to withdraw. And that is what supports the Obama's policy on Afghanistan. We should remember that on the 1st of December, when he made that speech or policy speech, it was talking about a very implementable exit strategy.
Right, sir. So, Dr. Tanvir Ahmed Khan, let's look at this from the diplomatic angle, sir. The Americans have condemned the WikiLeaks, but on the other hand, they have not condemned or not rebutted the fears about ISI. How do you look at it, sir?
Well, you know, ISI, it's been played up. But really, if you take the total volume, which is 92,000 plus items, and another 15,000 queued up for further release, eyesight doesn't really get sort of mentioned.